Education Minister Dr. Blade Nzimande at the Higher Education National Convention. Minister, thanks so much for joining us. Talk to us about the reason that you came today and your thoughts on what you've seen so far.
Well, I came here because as government we've actually been encouraging civil society, all institutions and organizations, parents, students, traditional leaders, the churches, to be part of this effort of education transformation, in the true sense that education is a societal issue. So when they invited me to this initiative, I said I should come. That is why I'm here and I'm ready to speak. But of course, I'm not the convener. It's an initiative taken by civil society itself. But in terms of what is happening here, I think it must really be strongly condemned. And it's important for South Africans to actually see who is it that does not want dialogue. Because the major challenges that we face, they require that there be dialogue and engagement, like this one arranged for this weekend. So we must strongly condemn. South Africans must also see and be able to isolate these elements who are not even a majority here, but who are just prepared that they are going to disrupt this and grandstand in front of cameras. We have no place for this behavior. We've got two big challenges. Most of our students are sensible, even student leadership, they really want to engage. Most of the workers and their unions, they are very sensible. They actually want to engage. And many so is vice chancellors, council members, and so on, and broader community. So it is very important that we stand together and isolate this kind of behavior.
You've spoken about how it's not an initiative by the department, but it's important for civil society to come together and have initiatives like this. Talk us through what the Department of Higher Education is doing to try and make sure that we don't see the things and scenes that we saw last year around the issue of fees and higher education.
Well, we regard this initiative as part of that, to open a space to talk. On our side, we were going to be outlining yet again what government is doing and is planning to do in terms of making sure that academically deserving but poor and working class students need to be supported and assisted. And as government, as towards the end of last year and beginning of this year, we engaged with SRC leaders, we engaged with vice chancellors, we engaged with council chairpersons, we engaged even broader, including with the people who are conveners here, to actually have a discussion to say, how do we together work towards ensuring that we stabilize our institutions?
You've spoken about the work that you're going to try and do to make sure that certain students don't pay for higher education. We've also heard, on the other hand, when students brought this up last year, Finance Minister Pravin Gordhan saying that it's not possible at the moment, South Africa can't afford that. So how do you balance the need for free education, your want for that, and hearing from another arm of government that it's actually not possible?
No, as government, we've already done a lot since 1994. We've spent billions of rands on the National Student Financial Aid Scheme. We've got graduates, professionals today who have been assisted. We continue to do that. And we've increased NSFAS significantly. This year we're going to be spending in 1 year 15 billion rands in 1 year to assist poor students in the main. So it's not that we are starting from scratch, you know. And already, by the way, remember, there is also a judicial commission that was appointed by the president, which we will come up with suggestion during the middle of the year to actually say what is it that should be done so that we find a lasting solution to this matter.
On the issue of NSFAS, people have said that the fact that it's a loan and not a grant may help students now, but when they go into the working world, it's going to hold them back because it's a loan. And there has been a suggestion when these things come up that it should be converted into a grant. What are your thoughts on that?
We are open to that debate as government. That is why we say let's have dialogue. We are really open to a whole range of views to be able to say, and we are not unsympathetic. We are not saying that's what is going to happen. But we are not unsympathetic to the many views about NSFAS being converted into a grant and also raising the qualification, because the amount of money now is too low. It excludes many students. All those things we are saying to people, take them to the Judicial Commission, but also as government we are prepared to actually listen and engage. That's why we need dialogue rather than confrontation.
Thank you very much. Alicia, Minister of Higher Education, Dr. Blade Nzimande.